It's off? Yeah. Okay. Just letting you know.
EIU Cross Country opens the 2013 season September 6th when they host their annual Walt Crawford Open. And head coach Erin Howarth says that the experience of the men's roster and the youth of the women's team will provide different dynamics, but when it all comes down to it, both squads will rely on teamwork to accomplish their ultimate goal.
On the men's side, we've got a much older team than on the women's side, and arguably on paper probably the best team we've had in a very long time. We had a great gathering this weekend talking about teamwork and how important it is to sacrifice a little bit of yourself at all times for the team. And everyone has bought into this. Everyone is beyond excited about what we know we can do this year as a team, but it's going to take everybody to stay focused. And when the stress really gets going of school and the miles and you get sick or you might get a little banged up, we need to carry through that and be able to pick each other up when everyone has, everyone's bound to have a bad day every now and then. Don't let that one bad day turn into a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So we're ready, and I feel like the last 2 years we've gotten better and progressively understood what it means to be a team and to toe the line and say, hey, if I have a bad day today, I'm going to do everything I can to make someone else have a good day. And that's kind of been our stress this year. So I'm excited to see that these older guys are going to be able to teach the younger people that and know that that's what it's going to take to do what we want to do.
Yeah, we have a lot of returners this year. Graduated only a few people, but basically all returners, so looking tough this year. It's not just, one person that they're looking up to. Basically they have a whole group of guys that they can see, basically get a work ethic and stuff like that, and just other values on the team, kind of gain a lot of wisdom from a lot of people.
We're really excited. We have a lot of new talent coming in, especially a few freshmen. We also have some pretty good returners, and I'm excited to see what happens.
We only have 5 upperclassmen, 2 fifth-year seniors and 3 juniors, so we are incredibly young, which is very, very exciting, but at the same time, you're really relying heavily on those upperclassmen to teach those younger underclassmen what it means to be a Panther, what it means to be on a team that has continued to progress with the success that we've had in recent years. So Pedziwiatr, Gaby, 2 excellent leaders, and we're really looking to them to carry us through and let them understand what it means to talk through races and help people out from that 3 to 4K when it really starts to hurt and you really start to get that gut check. And we've had some great workouts, the last 2 especially, that have really let me know that they're teaching them well and that they're going to let them take on the tradition that Caitlin Napoleone and Brittany Whitehead and Olivia Klaus and Stephanie Peisker and all those women have tried to set forth in recent years.
One story to watch on the women's side is the return of Gaby Duenas-Delaney, who was a first-team All-Conference selection as a sophomore in 2010 and second-team All-OVC in 2011 when the Panthers won the conference title, before an injury sidelined her for over a year. She just says she's glad she's okay, and she's ready to help the Panthers chase down another OVC championship in 2013.
I had WPW, which was an extra electrical path in my heart, and whenever I just got diagnosed with that almost exactly a year ago, they told me, we're not sure if we're going to be able to fix this, you might not be able to run competitively again just because it's very dangerous to run with this thing in your heart. So pretty much I had to wait until after the surgery to see, and after about a month of recovery to see if the running was still a realistic expectation, and it was, and everything turned out great, and I was able to still run at a very hard level.
It's been living with her is kind of we'll see how she recovered and coming back, and yeah, it was really tough how long she was out with injury and seeing when she was in a bad mood because she's not running, because that's what we do, we're runners, we run, and if you kind of throw that off, then you kind of get some negative consequences where just, bad mood. And it was finally kind of see her start coming back over the summer, start seeing her get really fit. It was fun to see. I'm really happy for her. So I'm excited to see what she can do this year.
It was pretty tough. My injury was a heart surgery, so it was a long recovery time, and you just have to stay patient and just believe that you will get back to that level, if not better. So it took me about a year. I haven't competed in, pretty much almost a year and a half. So yeah, just definitely, like keep smart, keep positive, and stay confident in your fitness and that you'll get it back. So yeah, that's how I trained all summer. Just stayed positive and kept working really hard to get back to where I was in 2011.
Following the Crawford meet, the Panthers will run the remainder of their schedule away from home, and Coach Howarth says that while their schedule is a tough one, the Panthers only want to run against the best of the best.
The schedule is really important in cross country because it's an interesting way that you get points, so to speak, throughout the season. You have to beat certain teams in order to make it to the national championships. And although maybe teams don't look as much at that as they should, I think for us, we just want to have the best schedule we possibly can so that every time we toe the line, we know that we're running against the best, and we're going to only get better by doing that. So we've switched up the schedule a little bit this year, but not a whole lot. But I'm excited to be on some of the fastest courses and the best courses in the Midwest. And really the ones in the Midwest are the ones that all the teams around the country come to, because this is where most of the big meets are.
We're always going after the conference win.
Yeah.
I know we look at the rankings to motivate us, but the goal every year is to win that conference and then score top 15 at regionals.
Team expectations, it's hard to say this early because we have to see actually our first couple races, how it starts playing out. But we want to make a push for nationals. But if not that, we do want to place a lot higher at regionals than what we have been, somewhere in the top 10. And I really think we can do that with the depth we have this year. So I have a lot of expectations, I know guys worked really hard over the summer. They're working really hard right now. We have a very few amount of people injured right now, so I think we can do a lot of things.
Definitely score the highest we've ever been at regionals, or the lowest, I guess the highest to the top at regionals than we've ever been. Most definitely win conference. That's always the goal every season, like Emily said. And I think it's very doable this year. We have a great team, lots of very talented freshmen, some sophomores that are stepping up.
Reporting for Panther Sports Talk, I'm Brad Kupiak.